role. I worked for National Food for 13 years. My role is machine operator. Yeah.
And how do you feel about this situation? What is your feeling about?
The situation here at the moment is very frustrating for workers and for myself as a union delegate. We try to negotiate, try to get the best outcome, but at the end the management they just keep dragging on. They didn't give us the right figure, or they didn't give us the amount that the members asked for, and that's what happened today.
How do the rest of the workers feel about this situation?
They get very upset. And
how long has it been since there's been a change in wages? What kind of wait have you guys had?
Well, the last increase is March 2007, and that's where our eBay expire, and they've been dragging on for 20 months without pay rise. So that's what we've been asking for.
And how does that affect you? Like you personally, if there's no change in the wages, how does it affect you?
Well, it really affects me personally because, as you know, that everything's going up. The bill, the council, the city, mortgage, and at the moment we've got interest rate going up as well, and the grocery is going up by 4 or 5%, and we haven't got any wages increase. And I'm a new family, I've got a wife support and kids, and I'm struggling.
I'm the Assistant Secretary of the AMWU in New South Wales. Have responsibility for all food and confectionery workplaces. Currently we're involved in an industrial dispute with National Food's berry fruit juice operations. We're seeking to do a replacement agreement for the site. Workers have not had a wage increase since March 2007. The expected increases in March 2008 and 2009 have been held back by the company as they've been wanting workers to agree to give them the power to roster them to work on Saturdays at a reduced rate of pay. So workers are not prepared to give the company the right to compulsorily force them to work on Saturday, and the proposal would reduce their take-home pay by over $4,000 per year.
Because the management didn't give us any pay rise since last 20 months, and they keep stalling the negotiation, and they always force us to work the 6 days.
So do you think this is very fair? I mean, what kind of company is National Foods? Is it struggling at the moment? What's its situation?
They're actually getting bigger, they're expanding, and they say their product is not increasing, but they actually increase like 40%, and we were striving now to pay our wages, our payment, our bill, and our mortgage.
All other berry fruit juice sites have been paid 8.25% over this period of time, been paid for an average of over 4% per annum. This is the only site out of the sites in Leeton in New South Wales, Lytton in Queensland, and the Victorian plants, all of who had wage increases. This site is the only one they've had them withheld.
I work at the Berry National Food site in Smithfield, Sydney, and I have been employed here for the last 24 years. I'm a technician, leading hand, employed in the combi area. We're not asking for anything that isn't ours. We're fighting for our rights. We're fighting for what we truly believe is ours, which is an increase in wage every year in relation to the consumer price index and the price of everything that's going up around us here in Sydney. And we feel it's a fair fight that we're in, because management is just looking purely at profits. It's not about them not making money on this site. Like I said, I've been here 24 years, and previously when I first started here many years ago, we were just a small company called Sunburst Regency Foods, and there had been a time when the company wasn't making money and we didn't take any increases at all, because we could understand you can't get blood from a stone. But this conflict at the moment is not about the company not making money. The company's actually getting bigger as National Foods. They've bought out dairy farmers. Kieran is the present owner of National Foods. international Japanese company.
The members voted some weeks ago 121 to 1 to seek the right to take protected industrial action, and since then they've engaged in an industrial campaign to try and get a fair agreement on this site. Thank you.
And it's the first time we've ever had an industrial dispute of this nature that has dragged on for so long, and we're really happy to be here and to work on this site.
Is the first time ever?
It is the first time ever in my 24 years experience that I've been here that this has happened, and there are people here that obviously suffer when we do take industrial action because they've got, you know, wife, kids, mortgage, etc., like where I used to be in those days, so I can feel for them. But unfortunately, when you're fighting for something you truly believe in, then you need to make a couple of sacrifices along the way, and hopefully things will get back to normal within the next few months and we can, you know, progress together and go forward.